Hi, my name is Peter. I'm part of the Course Makers crew, and today I would like to show you how we made this set that is here all around me. We made a set design for one of the video courses that we're working on right now. And without further ado, let's get started.
Bigger, bolder, faster. Going to the maximum. Bigger, bolder, faster.
Okay, so before we start, I would like to tell you a little bit more about the process of set building. At least it's our process, maybe yours different. We start with reference shots. So you can draw it yourself, you can make it in 3D, but a good idea would be to take a screenshot from a YouTube video, maybe from an interview or a film. Also, you can browse Pinterest. It's a great way to find inspiration. Also, now we are thinking about using AI to make a reference picture, to make a reference shot. And if you would like to watch a video about that, give me a comment down below and let's try that. So first, what you could do, and we did that for this particular example, we made a mock-up set. We just took some C-stands and put some old bed sheets. We looked how it would all go together. What you can also do is make a drawing, make a floor plan of your set and plan where each part of the set will go. And that's a really good idea when you're starting. So then we went shopping and I will show you what stuff we bought and how did we use it. Yeah, so let's go. Okay, so let's talk about the curtains. We went shopping to IKEA to buy those curtains. Wait a moment. Yeah, so we bought some nice white semi-transparent curtains. You can read the name here probably. So to make the light beams coming from the back, we used some lights that we bounced off the wall. So here you can see that we have a aperture novel light that is bouncing off the wall. We used a bounced light because we didn't want the curtains to be overblown. We also used a second light that is also shining through the curtain. This time we also used an aperture light, but this time we used a jumbo. Jambos are really neat. So jambos are really neat because they diffuse the light really well. They're great for lighting big spaces, for people that have some skin imperfections, maybe wrinkles, and they're quite good for being a window light because they're diffused, so they're not so harsh. Okay, so how to hang a curtain like that? When installing those curtains, we actually mounted them to the ceiling, and we used this type of scissor clip. It works like scissors. You just put it on a bar and clamp it, tighten it here with this bolt. So they're very good for ceilings like ours. If you see, we have this kind of check pattern ceiling. I don't really know how it's called, but it's great for those type of ceilings. So then we simply used a super clamp, and they just work like so. Very easy. So this is on the ceiling, this is a super clamp, and we used a telescopic bar like this one. Just clamp it all together, nice and tight. Yeah, and it just works like this, right? So we had two of those scissor clamps, two of those super clamps, one bar. You can imagine the rest, right? So what if you don't have a ceiling like that? How can you mount your curtain if you don't want to make holes in your ceiling? It's very easy. Actually, we did something like that here. Basically, what we did is take an A-stand and an Avenger arm, and you can simply put your curtain up there. We also use a little clip so it doesn't fall off. And that's really it. Yeah, so that's really simple. Okay. We also wanted to have real flowers on our set. What I find quite tricky about lighting plants, because if you have plants in the background, you will probably need to light them. You will need a separate light just for the plants. So what I find quite tricky is that they need quite a lot of light to really, have the texture to be visible, because sometimes they can be just, too dark. For the flowers, we used a separate light. We actually used the Godox FLC 300 light. It's quite a bright light, and it may be a little bit funny to use it just for the flowers, but yeah, it works. So you can see it right over there. As you can see, we used barn doors and some gel. It's a CTO, a color temperature orange gel, because this light is one color only. And we used those barn doors to make just a shaft of light go down onto the flowers. So the last light we used is actually a practical light. We used a Philips Hue bulb that you can see right here. Let me turn it off for you. It's a Philips Hue bulb that we used for this little lamp here. Those kind of bulbs are really good because you can change the color. You can dial it down if you need, especially if they're blown out in the picture. You can really, in a simple way, dial it back down so the exposure is just right. And one more thing I forgot to mention is if you look at our set, we used this teal chair for our talent. The funny thing is that we really wanted to use this chair, but there were no other props or anything in this color. So if we would use only this chair that was teal, it would look kind of off. So we wanted to have one more prop, one more thing that would give us an excuse to use this kind of color. So here, next to some of my lenses, you have a little flower pot that is teal or tealish. And this gave us an excuse to use this beautiful chair. And usually when you're making a set design, you should, really focus on the colors. So for our set, we use those sand color curtains, this white curtain, green flowers. The cupboard, this little cupboard, is also like sand color. Here we have teal, and here we also have some teal, like a teal accent, to give us an excuse to use the chair. Okay, that's all I have for today. My name is Peter from Course Makers Crew, and it was a blast making this video for you. I hope you will enjoy watching it. If you have any questions about this set or the things that we used or anything, just leave a comment down below. Yeah, consider subscribing, maybe we'll make another video. Who knows? Bye.
Maxwell, I'm about to go, we're doing better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on, we're doing better. Even more goes to come bigger, bolder, faster.